Each year, a different artist is chosen to work on the Behaviour and Attitudes project. So we're delighted this year to work with Mazer on the set of prints.
So I first started working with Robert a few years ago. We were quite different at the start. Well, we still are quite different, but like in a really good way. I had like the radio on and music playing, and probably 3 weeks in, I was told gently by Robert that I went to play music in the studio.
It began with, of course, him developing the image. He initially did some drawings, and then he took coloured paper, cut out the various sections of the image, and played around with them, moved them around, and made a collage.
This is a scan of the collage. So I'll make that out of paper. Then we'll pull the collage apart, deconstruct it, and put it onto each layer as like printing layers. So that's where the conversation will be had between me and Robert. Will be like, okay, let's put the blue and yellow on this one layer because they're not touching, then the green and black on this because they're not touching.
This allowed me to take the collage apart and use those different pieces of paper to make different plates for each colour.
That really helped Robert then to understand the printing process, because we're physically able to pull the collage apart into certain layers and see what colour was to print first and next. And
all of the colours were put onto plates separately so that they could be inked up separately and printed. When printing the image, we take the inks and spread them over the plate and then wipe them. And what happens is the ink is left in the marks that were made by the process, and the rest of the plate are cleaned white. And then they're printed in a printing press under pressure, so that the ink is transferred under pressure onto the paper. And then the next plate will print it over that directly, and again the third and fourth and so on. And the entire image is then complete. Of course, they have to be printed in the correct position. If we have one out of line slightly, it just doesn't work. Each year, a different Irish artist comes to the studio to make work. And of course, all of their work is different, and so all of the techniques we use to produce the work are different. Their experience with printmaking varies. Some are printmakers, some have never made a print before. So, of course, this presents challenges for us. Some artists, we haven't worked at the type of art that they make, and every time we work on making a print, we learn something. The studio artists print the prints for us. It's quite a big job. And, of course, they gain a lot of experience from that.
Yeah, I got an email off Behaviour and Attitudes inviting me to be the artist for this year's edition of prints, which is a great honour and actually very unexpected. So I'm grateful for that, from taking a risk, as well as also understanding that my work and what I do, and that I'm ambitious and I want to further my career. So this definitely helps that, and it's been a very enjoyable collaboration so far.